The New Orleans Pelicans. This team is building a roster that is about to dominate the NBA in a few years from now. They have absolutely finessed teams like the Blazers, Grizzlies, and Lakers while finding multiple gems in the later parts of the NBA draft. The Pelicans have done an amazing job at developing the talent they currently have and are putting all the pieces together to build an NBA dynasty. When you look at the current success of their team, it's not anything special. As of today, they are the 8th seed, but from top to bottom, they have everything a successful NBA franchise needs. They have multiple stars, they have great role players, and depth. But the best part is all of those players being able to buy into the team. They are loaded with draft capital, and they have flexible cap space and a ton of room to grow. But the questions now are, how exactly are the Pelicans going to build this dynasty? What's so special about this team? And what does their future really look like? What's going on, guys? Bucket Media back with another video, and today we're talking about the New Orleans Pelicans and how they're building a future NBA dynasty. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. It's by far the best way to support the channel and ensure you don't miss out on any great basketball content like this. Under 1% of my viewers are subscribed, so please subscribe to support the channel. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers before the start of 2023, I'll announce a big giveaway, so stay tuned for that. Also, if you haven't already, join the free Bucket Media Discord server where we talk about basketball and we'll have more exclusive content coming soon. Like and comment on the video talking about what you think this current Lakers roster and their future looks like. And with that being said, let's dive straight into the video. So first, we have to talk about how New Orleans put all this together. After an underwhelming 2019 season, the Pelicans hit the lottery by landing the #1 pick while having some of the worst odds to do so, and drafted Zion Williamson. 4 days prior to the draft, the Pels made a blockbuster trade by sending their superstar Anthony Davis to the Lakers for Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, and multiple draft picks. One of those draft picks happened to be Jackson Hayes, who was selected with the 9th pick in that same draft. But those other picks that were included in the deal at that time were not thought of so highly, but fast forward are game-changing, which we'll talk about later in this video. That following season, the Pelicans missed the playoffs, but showed a lot of promise. Brandon Ingram broke out into a star, averaging 24 points and 6 rebounds a game, while Zion Williamson averaged 23 points and 6 rebounds a game, while shooting 43% from 3, which was a huge concern from him coming out of college. During the 2020 NBA draft, they selected Kira Lewis Jr. with the 14th pick, who hasn't played as well as expected. But fast forward to the 2021 offseason, the Pelicans made multiple game-changing moves. The Pels picked up 3 gems in the draft, one being Trey Murphy, who they acquired from the Grizzlies, currently averaging 11 points a game off the bench. They later picked up Herb Jones, who is in my eyes the steal of the draft, and is now a starter for the Pelicans. And they also picked up an undrafted Jose Alvarado, who has been a key glue guy for this Pelicans team, and has been one of the best undrafted players in recent history. In that same Trey Murphy trade, the Pelicans acquired Jonas Valanciunas while giving up Steven Adams. Jonas has been the ultimate X factor for this Pelicans team, averaging a near double-double and providing great minutes as their starting center. But in free agency, lost Lonzo Ball. Midway through that upcoming season, the Pelicans once again made another blockbuster trade by acquiring CJ McCollum, one of the best scoring guards in the NBA, and Larry Nance Jr., who's a great role player off the bench, only in exchange for 2 players in their rotation in Josh Hart and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, plus a couple of protected first-round picks. A few months later, in the 2022 offseason, they were really able to benefit from the fruits of the first-round picks plugged into the Anthony Davis trade. After an extremely underwhelming season from the Los Angeles Lakers, they landed the 8th pick, which went straight to New Orleans due to the trade. The Pels drafted Dyson Daniels, who still has massive upside and is going to take time to develop. As of today, the current Pelicans roster looks extremely promising and intriguing, but to put the icing on the cake, their future first-round picks can change the franchise. How the picks included in the Anthony Davis trade works is that the Pelicans have a choice to make with the 2 remaining first-round picks. The Pelicans can either choose to keep the Lakers' 2023 first-round pick or let the Lakers keep that pick and take their first-round pick in 2024 instead, kind of like a team option in free agency. But the following 2024 pick has the same clause to it. They can either keep that 2024 pick or give it back to the Lakers and get the Lakers' 2025 pick instead. What makes this so monumental is that currently the Lakers are 4-10 and are the second worst team in the Western Conference, only behind the Houston Rockets. And as the season passes, LeBron James and Anthony Davis will most likely get more prone to injury, and the Russell Westbrook stigma will keep on rising. making it look very unlikely they can turn things around. And in case you've been sleeping under a rock, some 7'5" alien from France named Victor Wembanyama will be in this upcoming draft. And with the way the lottery works, it isn't a stretch at all to say the Pelicans can land the number 1 pick again this year via the Lakers to take Wemby. Well, worst case scenario, the Pels don't get the number 1 pick, there are multiple other players who could be extremely impactful and game changing, which I dive into in another video, and I'll link it in the top right hand corner and the description. So the Pelicans will most likely accept the Lakers pick this year, leaving them with an option at hand for the following season. Due to Russell Westbrook being an unrestricted free agent this coming offseason, and most Lakers players wrapping up their contracts, they can either accept the pick in 2024 or wait until 2025. But what's important to know about the 2024 draft is that's the year Bronny James, who's LeBron's first son, will be drafted. And with LeBron stating on multiple occasions that he's open to moving to any team that selects Bronny, that can leave the Lakers in dust. Anthony Davis also has a player option that same offseason and can opt to leave the Lakers or just get traded. With no LeBron or AD, the Lakers will probably be very bad in the 2024 to 2025 season, giving the Pelicans the option to maximize their bad season by using their 2025 first-round pick via the Lakers. An additional note is that the Pelicans own all of their future first-round picks going forward, and own the Milwaukee Bucks 2024, 2025, 2026, and 2027 first-round picks via the Drew Holiday trade. The Pelicans overall are a very well-rounded team, both offensively and defensively. They're above average in comparison to other NBA teams. Currently, they rank both 6th in the NBA for defense and scoring, which is very impressive given that they're a relatively young team. But with their interior defense occasionally getting sloppy with Zion Williamson and Jonas Valanciunas on the court at the same time, that's why potentially landing the number 1 pick and drafting Victor Wembanyama can be absolutely game-changing for the Pelicans. Plus, being that the Pelicans often get torched when matched up against stretch bigs, Victor can help clean a lot of that up. I'd also like to see a little bit more shooting from the guys on the current roster, especially guys like Zion and Herb, who are not only starting, but are playing major minutes. They don't need to be knockdown shooters, but just to the point where defenses need to start respecting their perimeter game. But their depth is also very promising. Guys like Dyson Daniels and Jose Alvarado provide elite defense off the bench, along with a guy like Trey Murphy, who's a catch-and-shoot sniper from 3. But they also have a guy like Jackson Hayes, who can easily start over Jonas Valanciunas and provide a little bit more dynamic ability. But being that all of these players are very young, makes this extremely exciting, not to mention all the high draft picks that they'll be having in the future. But one huge question I have about this team going forward is their health. There's no denying that they have the talent, the depth, and more. But can they stay healthy and play more than 60 games together? Plus, with their 2 stars Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram being the most prone to injury, this can really hold them back from achieving their full potential. But besides for injuries, if they can stay healthy, keep developing their talent, and keep making the correct draft picks, both early and late in the draft, while doing a little bit of praying that they land at the right spots, the New Orleans Pelicans might just be the next NBA dynasty. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end and you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. It's by far the best way to support me and help this channel grow. And I appreciate you so much if you're a returning or new subscriber. Stay tuned because we have some big stuff coming soon. And make sure to comment if you like videos like this where I break down current NBA teams, or just comment video suggestions or what type of videos you'd like to see from me. Make sure to also comment anything I could have done better and like the video if you enjoyed it. Also, make sure to comment what you guys think about the Pelicans' future, and can they land that number 1 draft pick to select Victor Wembanyama? I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say, so drop a comment and let's get a great basketball conversation started. I hope to see you guys on the next video, and have a blessed day. Peace.